What's up, guys? So I've done a couple of shorts on the basement garden here, and I figured I'd go ahead and answer a couple of questions about what you need to do a garden like this in your basement. So number one, you need lights, obviously. Your lights are gonna vary as far as like type and stuff based on what you're growing and what your ceiling height is. So make sure you're taking into account your ceiling height. For instance, this is about 250 square foot worth of space here. But these lights, as you can see for some of these plants, are set up higher, like this one right here, than some of the other ones, like that one, that are much lower. Okay, the reason for that being is back here we had an issue where these lights are up pretty high and the beams weren't quite getting enough light. We added an additional light in the back, which basically just ups the concentration. You kind of have to think about it like water in a sense. So it can only go like so deep, right? As the light tapers off, it's gonna go right here. So the edges are very weak, and the lower down you get the very weak. So if your plant isn't tall enough, like these tomatoes here that are super tall, then you need to reduce your ceiling height. So be aware of that if you're having issues growing in a small space, right? You need to pay attention to that. And just move your lights accordingly, like right down here, right? I got this one up on a little shelf as well as the light itself raised up, pushed down. And that's to help the strawberries right here growing. The other thing you might want to consider doing is hanging up plastic. You see all this plastic sheeting around here. That's just to confine the air that's in here to this space, so it's easier to heat. This basement, I believe, is right about 1,000 square foot. Number one, don't have enough light for that. Number two, don't really have enough heat for that, right? So the other thing you're going to want is fans, right? Regular fans. So right, I got here this guy right here, regular oscillating fan. It's not on right now. I turned it off for the video so it wasn't making too much noise. And then I got these two little turbo fans down here, right? These are pulling air from the outside of my grow room, so to speak, and moving that air into here. There's a heater out there that's kind of assisting in heating that space, so that this little ceramic heater that I got right here, it's a little fan assisted ceramic heater, so it blows out pretty well, but it just helps that guy heat out there, so it's easier to keep the temperature in here, right? It is a basement, so it's pretty well insulated, but that's just some extra help, and they do really well. I mean, it says the high today was 75, low is 72. Our humidity's hanging around 60 to 75% for the most part, so that's really good. A couple of other things you're going to want, you know, obviously, besides the fan and heat, we're gonna need water source. I used to just take my hose from around the outside and bring it in here, but the little thing I had started leaking, so now I just go with a good old can. I don't got that many plants, it doesn't take too long to fill them up. Plus this is exactly 2 gallons, which works perfectly for my plant food and my fertilizer, because it goes by a gallon, so I can fill this guy up, do a double dose, and I can hit a bunch of plants with it. So I really like this, plus very simple, cheap, easy to get your hands on. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I can go into a little more depth in my next video and show you guys how I set up the, you know, the ropes for the beans and stuff like that. And yeah, so get out there, make yourself a little garden, man. You can do it anywhere. We'll see you next time.